Gemini!
Hi, yes, I'm Gemma, spinster of the parish of Leeds. Sounds horrible, doesn't it, that word? Spinster. Like I'm insulting myself. I'm not, really. It just means, technically, a woman of above marrying age who hasn't been married. And by above marrying age, they mean 23. Yes, I am over 23. Shocking, isn't it? Shocking, you'd never have guessed. But no, and I think it's about time we reclaimed that word from all its negative connotations. Because let's be honest, if I was just a man over 23 who hadn't got married, I would be a bachelor. Bachelor is the word I'm looking for. Thank you very much, but hero and dickhead. Parallels in the question. Yeah, I'd be a bachelor. I'd be, I'd be ranked for being eligible, or I'd be respected for being confirmed. I'd get my own reality TV show. I don't know if anyone's seen The Bachelor. If you haven't, it's basically a man in a mansion with 20 women called Mackenzie. And every episode they go on like these luxury dates, and then there's like a rose ceremony. It's a big thing, it's all a fuss. But I don't think The Spinster would really work as a TV show. It's just a woman in a cute flat wearing tasteful loungewear, scrolling through Instagram. Occasionally looking up to go, leave me alone. Yeah, it's less married at first sight and more, nah, I'm alright, Tom. See, that's the thing. I've seen, apparently there's studies that are saying that young single men these days think they are competing with the top 10% of men for single woman's attention, when in reality they're just competing against the peace they feel in solitude. so chill. Don't bother us, it's fine. But I can understand why some young men feel this way, because I've heard these, these pro-alpha podcasts. We're all banging on about, well, you know what, if you've not seen them, they are podcasts made by men, for men, about how to be a man, but from what I've seen, they mostly talk about women. It's basically Sex and the City for boys. But these bro podcasts, they're very keen on going, all women, actually, no, sorry, scrap that, they don't call us women, they call us females, because it sort of dehumanises us a little bit, and it gives them an air of sort of qualification of expertise that makes them sound like the David Attenborough of getting your dick wet. But they're like, all females exclusively date high-value men. That's it. They're very keen on the subject of high-value men. And the ladies are laughing, because we know all women who date men have cried genuine tears of heartbreak over some very Asda value men. And for those Waitrose shoppers in here that aren't familiar with Asda value, welcome from Newood. But Asda value does cheese slices that the ingredients state contain 30% cheese. That tells you everything you need to know. I mean, that's kind of gross, and you know it's going to be bad for you, but you just still want to slap them on your burger for some reason. But yeah, they're all about this high-value men business. And a high-value man, first of all, earns over 6 figures a year. That's 100 grand a year, and again, utter bollocks, isn't it really? Well, especially women in their 20s, if we've got any in your 20s, a guy with more than one set of sheets is marriage material. Like, I remember vividly, I once broke into a boyfriend's house, stole his sheets, cleaned them, dried them, and put them back again and left. I just couldn't face the idea of spending another night in that festering pit of just jizz and fag ash. No, it's disgusting! The punchline to that joke is I loved him. Oh, the days. But yeah, apart from earning over 100 grand a year, a high value man also has to be incredibly ripped. He's got to have the big muscles and the body fat percentage of an ironing board, or else no one will touch his spray tanned winking. Again, utter bollocks. Some women go for the whole Marvel hero physique. Some are into the whole dad bod thing. Personally, I've always been attracted to men whose friends would affectionately call them a lanky streak of piss. Like David Tennant, essentially silly string that can act. But according to these podcasts, they're like, the high value man, he has to be super rich, have a flash car, and use his muscles to beat up bad guys. That's not the ideal man, that's Batman. And as far as I'm aware, he lives with a refined older bachelor and a twink. Not necessarily what all women are after. But there is no such thing as all women want, because, surprise, surprise, we're not a homogenised blob, we are individual people. And I think if you want to look for general characteristics, go for the ones that the men that most women fancy, which is, you know, your Paul Rudds, your Canadian Ryans, your Reynolds, which I personally think are Canada's apology for their geese. Sorry about the flying bagpipes of fury. Here's a man who loves his wife, and Ken. Gosling's even got it in the name, for fuck's sake. But yeah, you've got to be into the high value men, you've got to be a provider and a protector. And the provider thing, again, it's 2024 people. We don't need that. We're allowed to have jobs and bank accounts and own property. I mean, I don't own property, obviously. I'm a millennial who doesn't come from generational wealth. But technically, I'd be allowed if I wanted to be. But yeah, I've got a job, I do my own thing. I've got a job, I've got paid soon. Yeah. I saw you today, but I can't picture where. Yeah, okay. Right, so yeah, I don't need a man for anything. I look after myself, thank you very much. They can't provide me with anything that I need. Unless it's Taylor Swift tickets. I mean, admittedly, it turns out that my feminist principles have a resale value of about £2 grand. We've all got our price. But yeah, and then, well, the other one, about 2019, a lot of women collectively fell deeply, deeply, lustfully in love with the hot priest from Fleabag. That face says it all. We did, which is proving that women as a collective want a 5'8" homosexual with a personality written by a woman. Because let's face it, Andrew Scott, very handsome, very charming, lovely, lovely, lovely. But we have to admit that Phoebe Waller-Bridge's writing did the heavy lifting. Because priests, on the whole, in real life, not hot. It's not a sexy profession. I mean, worst case scenario, child molester. Best case scenario, judgy virgin. Nowhere on that spectrum does sexy happen. about the hot priest fantasy that puts them on a par with, say, firemen, shirtless firemen with a puppy and a cock made of Belgian chocolate. And I think it's down to 3 things. Number 1, it's forbidden. And if you don't think women are into the whole forbidden thing, offer one an unscheduled sweet treat. Woof! Turn up to tea cake when they're not expecting it. Shouldn't. Oh, I shouldn't, but I will. Second thing, if a man leaves the church for you, he becomes defrocked. That's just a sexy word. Defrocked. And third and final, if a man leaves the church for you, you can officially say that your tits were more powerful than God. That's got to be a very intoxicating feeling. Walking around being like, yeah, check me out. Looking for some famine and pestilence to point them at. Find yourself on holiday, there's like people running past you going, quick! There's a tsunami! You're like, no there isn't! And then the wave comes over you and everyone dies. But at least you go out feeling your best self. And on that note, I've been Gemma. Nice to have you, have me, whatever. And I'll go away now.